Peace and blessings. I am Reverend Nam Shakti and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to make this video because I wanted you to be conscious and aware of how to distinguish between the dark and the light when you are meditating. So, it's so important that, when we are meditating, that we do put that intention and call upon the angels, archangels, and the light beings of light to shield us and provide that shield of light and protection around us. In Kundalini Yoga, we have which is called the tuning in, which is Om Namo Guru Death Namo, and then they have a protective mantra right after that. And I used to question this a lot. I used to say, why do we need to tune in? Like, I didn't quite believe in dark entities. I didn't believe in demons or anything like that. And I think there are a lot of energy, dark energy out there, but we are not here to give it power, because we know that there's only one God, there's only one presence. We know that there's only one power, and that is the power of light, the power of God. So it's really important that when we are meditating, though, that we do set that intention, because we're giving power to the light. We're telling the light to come and shield us. What can happen if we aren't setting that intention is that we can have entities or dark energies come around us, or if someone's jealous of us or thinking negative about us, they could send us some kind of energy. If we're going through some breakup or something, and we're just open and vulnerable spiritually, we can attract some of lower frequency energies that are also very attuned to that energy. And this is why it's important that we do set that shield. With that said, any time we have a visitation, when we're meditating and we have a visitation of a being, that we are aware that this being is of the light, because let's say that we're getting attuned to our spirit guides, or we're attuning ourselves with any energy, that we are aware that these energies could be dark energies disguised as light energies. And this is why when they come to us, if we have visions, or let's say we just feel that we feel that energy feels very loving and kind, because that is the energy of the divine, that is God itself, that is the goddesses and the light beings, the spirit warriors, the master healers, master teachers. I mean, we're surrounded by so many light beings, so many beings of light. They're here to support us, in this path, that we can easily call upon all these energies. So it's not that we're giving the dark energies any power, it's that we're simply being conscious and aware that it's there. And these beings are just simply lost. They don't remember who they truly are. And this is why we have to set that shield around us. But anyways, so when these beings, if we're trying to connect with our spirit guides, or we're trying to connect with any individual, just making sure that if you don't see a bright light, or you don't feel this bright essence of light, then you have to distinguish if it's a lower frequency entity, or is it actual the presence of a higher being. And something specifically that you can ask these entities is, do you align yourself with, and it could be anything that is from your religion, if you believe on Joshua, Jesus, whoever it is that you believe, if it's Muhammad, if it's anyone, Allah, if it's Buddha, or any beings of light, that you ask these entities to tell you, or let's say it's your spirit guide, and your spirit guide is talking to you, that you ask, do you align yourself with Jesus Christ? Do you align yourself with the Joshua? Do you align yourself with Muhammad? And allow them to repeat it about 3 to 4 times. And that's what I do when I channel, and I'm channeling a being. I make sure that I ask first, like, align yourself with Jesus Christ. And once they say it, then I allow that energy to flow through me, because there is lower frequencies out there, and it's important that we don't make them on the side or act like they don't exist. Again, these entities have only forgotten who they truly are. They have forgotten their true identity. So it's up to us to be conscious of that. And we're being discernment here. This is about spiritual discernment. There's no good, there's no bad, there's no evil, there's no darkness, none of that. It's just that it is a lower frequency. And us as light beings and light workers, we want to stay higher vibration. So when we are transmuting and channeling or meditating, or these beings are coming around us, or we're simply listening, because it could be a thought that comes through, and that thought could be from something lower and not something from the light. So we have to distinguish if it's coming from the light and coming from the dark. This is something that I struggled at the beginning. I didn't have a mentor. I had no one guide me, and I was channeling a lot. I was being frequently visited by a lot of angels, archangels, and all these beings of light. And I had someone actually tell me that I was actually being visited by lower frequencies. So that person who told me that was actually being told to confuse me with that I was being surrounded by lower frequency when I wasn't. I was actually being transmuted with light energies. So these lower frequency want to confuse us. They do, because they don't want us to do our job, our work, what we're here to do. They want us to be in that lower frequency. So this is why I'm making this video, so you are conscious and aware that when you are channeling, when you are meditating and a spirit guide does talk to you, or you get in touch with your spirit guides or any archangel or angel, that you make sure that you ask them, do you align yourself with Jesus? Do you align yourself with Mary? Do you align yourself with Allah, do you align yourself with the light? And what happens is that these individuals, these entities that are not from the highest frequency, won't be able to tell us that they align themselves with the light, because they're so egoistic that they're very proud to be from the dark, the lower frequency. And again, this is just in this 3D world. We have higher dimensions where we are not even aligned with this issue or problem or whatever you want to call it, because in the spirit world, it's not a problem. It is all divine. It is all God. It is all awareness. It is all higher consciousness. And so so when you do encounter something like this, just make sure that you ask those questions, and that if it's light, if you automatically see a light and you feel a light, just know that that's automatically a high being of light, because the light, you can feel it. It feels good. It feels loving. It's caring. It's nurturing. You feel that energy of love. When it's not, you may feel a little scared or hesitant or a little freaked out, or it just doesn't feel right. So you can distinguish by that, and asking those questions are very important. And listening with our inner ear and our intuition. We have our intuition is so powerful that it can actually let us know when something is not of the light, when something is not of that higher frequency. And again, I'm going to remind you again, these lower entities had just forgotten that they are light. They have been fooled that they are dark, but they're not. Just like we sometimes forget that we are light, and we, have to pick ourselves up. It's the same thing. Well, I hope this video was useful. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you can get all these tips and all this stuff that I went through. That's important for me, that you actually get all this information, so you are higher in your consciousness, in your awareness, in your growth spiritually, that you can fulfill, that you can grow, and you can elevate yourself profoundly. I love you. Blessings and peace be still right where you're at. Peace be still.